Hey, Chef Ro here. Today we're going to talk about sushi rice. A lot of people have been making their own sushi at home lately, and the rice is kind of tough and tricky to get right. So I'm going to teach you one of the most important steps, which is washing. Because if you don't wash your rice correctly, I don't care how well you cook it, I don't care how well you vinegar it, it's not going to be right. So we're going to wash it. And you guys, rice is so important with sushi. If you work in a sushi restaurant, you're usually on rice duty for anywhere from 6 months to 5 years before they allow you to touch the actual fish. So sushi is very important, or sushi rice is very important to sushi, okay? So there are 3 methods of washing your rice. One is in a strainer of some sort. I use my chinois if I'm going to do this method because it's big enough, it's deep enough that I can move my hands in it and the rice isn't going to come out, because it is considered very disrespectful to lose rice down the drain. You just need a strainer that's big enough with small enough holes that the rice isn't going to fall through. And what you'll do is you'll just continually stir it and under running water and whoosh it around until the water that comes out is completely clear. Okay? Second method still involves a strainer. What you're going to do is you're going to put the rice into a bowl. Then you're going to put water in it, swoosh it around, strain it, take it, put it back into the bowl, do it again until that water is clear even after you're swooshing it. There is a third option. I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm usually doing 10 things in the kitchen, so I need something that I don't have to babysit constantly, and this is a way to do that. It does take a little bit longer, and it does use more water, but you can be doing 5 other things at the same time.
In this method, what you're going to do is you're going to put the rice just in the pot, whatever pot you're going to cook in. Then you're going to just put it in the sink, flip the water on, okay? You can see, you're just going to let this fill up. And then you're going to keep running your hands in it just like this periodically, okay? You're going to let that water run and just keep running over, and eventually that water will turn clear. You want to come and agitate it like this every 5 minutes or so. And when this water here, as it's running, becomes clear, then you are done. As you can see, my water is now clear. I can completely see through to the rice. This is where I know my rice is properly washed. Like I said, as that water was running, I periodically came around and did that. And if you notice, even when I stir it up, it no longer has any cloudiness to it. That means we are ready to go. Now, you're going to want to pour off a little bit of this water, but you're going to want to let it soak until it is bright white. And basically, if you use a thumbnail or something, you can poke right through it. So this is already actually soaked enough. That's kind of the benefit of doing it this way. It kind of soaks it and washes it all at once. Then you're going to want to pour off, if you're not using a rice cooker like me so that you know exactly where to pour the water to, what you want to do is you want to put your hand all the way down touching the rice. And then when the water comes and touches this knuckle, that is the correct amount of water for that rice. Then you're going to cook it, and you'll have some great sushi later.
Now that your rice is washed, soaked, and you've got the correct amount of water in it, you're going to put it on the stove, bring it to a boil, down to a simmer, lid on, 17 minutes. Turn the flame off. Let it sit for another 5. If you take that lid off at all during that time, you're going to ruin the rice. So don't get curious. It's doing its job. Leave it alone. Okay? After that, you can vinegar your rice and you're ready to roll. Literally. Hope you enjoy making your sushi.